Texting 852-609er. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Hey. It is opening day or opening weekend in Major League Baseball.
Opening weekend.
The redoubtable one himself, Tom Izzo, the highly questionable one, Ajimacho, segment to all things pitching and hitting. We are on Saturday night, so we've got series finales wrapping up for the first weekend tomorrow. As it stands, we'll start with the Mets, who won. They did win today again, right? So they're 2-1 on the road. They win tomorrow. Take 3 out of 4. Good way to start the year on the road. You win 3 out of 4 on the road. That's a good start to the year. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's hard to win on the road.
Well, especially when your number 2 and your number 3 both got hurt before you
fucking got off the plane. Yeah.
So you've won 2 games. One was with Tyler McGill. Didn't know he was even going to pitch in the bigs.
Yeah. Until
opening day when Verlander went on the IL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, got to take that.
Yeah.
They've given up 7 runs in 3 games.
2 runs a game.
Pitching has been good.
They're holding up.
Their bats have been productive because they scored 5 in the first game.
Yep.
6 today. But the first game was like sack fly.
You
know
methodical.
what I mean? Yeah. So, it's not as if their bats are like even near what they can be.
Sure.
But today put up 6 runs,
which
was nice for Tyler Big Drip McGill.
Big Drip.
Now, the Braves are 2-0. They've just been shellacking the Nationals. There's actually only 4 teams.
I think you and I could shellac the Nationals, Tom. I'm being honest right
now. No, we could.
I'd like our chance.
No. But, I mean, there's only 4 teams in the whole league that are 2-0 right now.
That's true.
Which is Atlanta, Tampa, Minnesota, and the Texas Rangers.
They got bats, boy, again. Texas. Is it me or if Texas has always been able to hit? They
Texas got pitching this year, though.
Did they? Oh,
they
finally.
Signed DeGrom.
Hey, that's right. That's true.
And then they also...
How old is he again?
I think he's 32.
32. So he's still got 3 or 4 productive years anyway.
Well, you hope. The problem is the injuries. Because
he's New York's version of Chris Sale.
No, he's not as bad as Chris Sale.
No, I said version of. No, I didn't say he was as bad. He's not as bad.
Because he was.
He pitched
for them on a World Series team in 2015.
Yeah, no, he did.
But the last couple of years, it's been hard to even get him on the mound. Texas gave him all that money. He shit the bed in his opening start. I think he pitched 3.2 innings. But the Rangers ended up scoring 9 runs in 1 inning and beat the Phillies. They beat them again today.
The Phillies are a good team.
Well, the Phillies are hurting right now because Bryce Harper.
Oh, that's right.
Remember he played the most of the year last year, needing Tommy John surgery on his throwing. I think it was his throwing arm.
I believe it was.
So he played DH and could hit. And he was still great at the plate.
Yeah.
Carried them. Yeah. One of the reasons they went to the World Series. So he got the surgery. You knew you weren't going to have him till the All-Star break. Mm-mm. But then Rhys Hoskins tore up his knee in spring training.
Yeah.
Your first baseman and one of your other big bats.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to hurt them a little bit.
Sure.
But, I don't know where Zach Wheeler is. I don't know if he pitched today, but Aaron Nola got lit up yesterday.
Yeah.
Yankees lost today.
Yep, saw that.
But Red Sox, let's mention them.
Yeah, let's do that. I didn't think they'd win a game all season. So
Christopher Sale. 7 runs in 3 innings, which RJ basically called that.
I did.
I think we actually both said that today. He's not getting past 4.
He hasn't. No, he wouldn't. I'm just like he's not because he hasn't pitched in 2 years. And I don't even know if he's 100%. He couldn't start opening day for some godforsaken reason. The guy they started had a 4.4 ERA. And he's now, this guy's better than Chris Sale, too? I'm like, my God.
I didn't watch the game, so it's hard to say.
How far have they fallen? I mean, for crying out loud.
It's hard to say how bad he really was.
So, look, kudos to their offense. Okay, they got 18 runs.
9-8.
18 runs in 2 games. Okay? So it ain't the bats. Okay, so but again,
they've also given up 18 in 2 games.
They have no pitching. They have no fucking pitching. It's like I can say,
at least they've got a good bullpen. Nope.
You cannot. It's like not having a quarterback in the NFL. If you don't have a pitching staff or an ace, you can't compete.
Actually,
you can win an 8-9 game every now and then, but you're not going to be in contention.
Actually, their bullpen hasn't been awful. When you think about the fact that Sale gave up 7 today, and the bullpen held them. The bullpen only gave up one run in the final, five and a couple
whatever
thirds?
It was. Yeah, somehow he got to 3 innings, but he was 7 runs, 7 hits, all earned.
Just
Charlie Browned it. He Charlie Browned his pants it. Okay, poop, padoop, poop, 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 poop. Okay, he Charlie Browned.
And the Sox said, you know what, we're still gonna win.
Yeah.
We're still going to do it.
So, look, they're hitting very well. Look, Baltimore's a good team. They were above 500 in the best division in baseball last year. So they're a good team. Okay, they're not a great team, but they're a good team. If they were in any other division last year, they probably would have made the playoffs. Okay, probably. So they're a good team. So they're 1-1 with these guys. All right, not bad. See what they do tomorrow. But they can't stop anybody. You can't. It's like if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a football team. If you don't have an ace and a closer, you are not going to compete over 162 games. You're not. You might win 3 or 4 in a row, but you're going to lose 8, 9 in a row consistently, because you can't outpitch anybody. So even bad offensive teams are going to look good against you. So
yeah, I mean, here's the thing: their freaking bullpen, though, like they've had it tough, but I think.
Well, they gave up 1 run today.
I'm trying to see what they did yesterday because.
Oh, it was Friday because they didn't play yesterday.
Because it looks like
Thursday.
Baltimore scored 5 runs in the first 4 innings.
Again, yeah.
But then they scored 5 from the 5th inning to the 9th. So it was probably bad starting pitching and.
Yeah. So I don't think they have a pitching staff at all. I really don't.
That's
when your opening day starter was 10-10 with a 4.4 ERA last year, there's no way that dude should be starting on opening day, unless you're the Boston Red Sox and you have nobody else to put in there. Okay, and the guy you pay all the money to be that dude ain't that dude, as he proved today. Yeah. So, and again, now look, it's one game. He'll pitch better. He's not that bad, but I mean, what realistically can we hope? It's a win for me if he gets through the season.
Dude, numbers like these always hurt early in the year.
I mean,
you know how ERAs inflate?
Yeah, you're starting from 2 strikes down.
So this poor guy, Brazier, from the Boston bullpen, pitched 1 inning, gave up 2 hits, walked 2, gave up 3 runs, and he's got a 27 ERA now. Do you know how they calculate that?
Yes, I do. It's per 9 innings.
Right.
He gave up 3 in 1 inning. It's going to be 20.
3 in 1 inning. If you extrapolate that, 3 times 9.
So this kid pooped himself in such a bad way.
Earned run average.
That would have been
per 9 innings.
That would have been a good
runs.
One of those micro beats bets on how many is this poop nugget going to give up in 1 inning? Is this guy going to actually get through the inning, or is he going to shit himself? And they're going to have to take him off the court. Gotta get him out of here. It's his diaper stinks. His diaper stinks. Go change him.
Oh, and check this out.
Oh, God.
So Batista, whoever that is, that's your closer, I guess.
Bombista?
His ERA is 9.
His ERA is 9.
But that's because he gave up.
The closer's ERA is 9.
How's his ERA 9? Let me look at that. How does he get that?
If you were a closer in Major League Baseball and your ERA was 9, I wouldn't show myself.
No, but it's after 1 day. That means he gave up a run.
I know what I'm saying. What if that's like? What if
he gave up 1 run?
What if a month from now he still has a 9?
Well, then that's bad.
It's the Red Sox. I'm not going to rule it out.
Let me see what he did today.
God, that's terrible.
He must have given up 1 run.
So he's the Charlie Brown of closers.
Like, oh, and here comes Batista.
You have got to watch.
ERA.
You got to Google or YouTube Charlie Brown on the pitcher's mound.
It's not going to make me laugh the way you
it will right now because that's the Red Sox. They get 1 hit because line drive. Oh, their clothes fly out.
Charlie Brown never made me laugh that much.
Oh my God! It's because you never watched it stoned.
When did Batista give it up? How did he get the save?
And then Schroeder comes out and goes, Charlie Brown, if you have to keep putting your clothes back on after every pitch, we'll never get out of the first inning. He's saying what all of America's thinking. Oh, God.
Oh, that was the guy on the other team. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Batista's the closer for Baltimore.
What's his? We lost to a team with a closer with it.
Well, no, because he gave up a 2-run homer today to lose the game.
Yeah, but dang it.
A 2-run bomb to Adam Duvall.
He pulled a Robin up a deck back. Is what he did.
Okay, so let's talk about some other things within baseball.
Yes.
The fact that on opening day this year, there was 21 stolen bases, only 2 caught stealings. Last year's opening day, I think it was 4 stolen bases and 5 caught stealings, or maybe it's 5 steals and 4 caught stealings last year on opening day.
To your point, the bottom line is this early returns.
That's 5 times the amount of steals.
Early returns on these new, they're working. They're fucking working.
I think so.
I think they're working. They're making the game more interesting. It's getting faster paced. There's not a lot of dead lulls. And I get, he said something like that, and I get because my father was like this. When you're playing slow, what I would call slow pitch baseball, where there's like a minute and a half between pitches, guy's picking his nose, pulling his wedgie out, he's getting something out of his ear to put on the ball illegally, and then he's got to take it off before the ref gets there, and then you got to go through all the signals where he shakes off the fucking first base coach, he shakes off the catcher, he flips off the umpire, he wiggles.
Hold on, I'll be one of those pitchers on the mound.
It's like, or Nomar Garcia-Barra. Nomar. How many fucking times did he do that? Did you ever try to count it? I went to a game once. Of course,
the amount of OCD it takes to do that.
I wonder. Every bat.
The amount of OCD it takes to do that in front of 50,000 people.
And not drive them nuts?
No.
They want to kill you?
He did drive them nuts.
I know, but he was good.
God.
He was good, so he got away with it.
It's like Sergio. Remember when Sergio used to come up to the tee?
Yeah.
And he freaking, do you remember that?
Like 10 times.
He'd put his club down 6 times.
He'd measure it from angles that didn't exist.
Goddamn ball.
Just get it there. It's a 1 foot putt straight ahead.
Yeah.
You don't gotta fucking look at it.
They're definitely, dude, they're speeding the hell out of these games.
They are.
Because yesterday, the Mets lost 2-1, and the game was 2 hours and 9 minutes.
That's an NBA basketball game.
That's insane.
That's beautiful.
That is shorter because there's no halftime.
That's what baseball needs. Speed it up. It's too fucking boring otherwise. You gotta speed it up. This makes it exciting. To his point, more stolen bases. You can't do that stupid shit that always. I never liked that shit. It pissed me off.
But let me tell you this though. I've watched 2.5 Met games, or maybe 2 total if you take the amount of time I've watched each 4.
Yes.
They haven't been that exciting.
They've just been faster?
They've been faster. It hasn't made
it's
me...
still boring as shit.
Well,
this is coming from the baseball ball.
Dude, I love baseball.
He's like, it's boring. You said it's boring as shit.
No, I'm saying okay, the game sped up, but the entertainment level did not increase.
And there you have it.
So, it was strange.
Wait, was this one game, or are you just finding this all across the board?
I'm just talking about... Of the 3 games that I've watched.
I suppose...
I'm talking about the 3 games I've watched. Mets, Marlins. I didn't get to watch the entire game at any of the 3. But none of them... There wasn't a lot of edge in my seat, super excited. It was just kind of like a ho-hum game.
Well, what I would say, and I don't disagree with that.
Feels like nobody can hit.
What I'm saying is, if you're playing that way, are you going to get a game like that, even in that style of it? Yeah, you are. You're still going to get it.
I wonder if it's going to continue.
I'm trying to be open-minded about this.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you're going to get one of those every now and then, even in a game where it's being played the way you want it to. But for the most part, I think we're going to find over time is that it's going to be the other way most of the time.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean this ain't going to happen again. I think it will. But I think at the end of the day, at the end of the year, rather, I think you'll find there were more going where it was exciting than it was still boring. Just my personal opinion.
It was still boring.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that boring because of its slowness.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Why was it boring?
Because the lack of action. So, that's the thing I guess I didn't... There wasn't people running all over the base paths. But maybe in some games there were. 9-8, 10-9.
Well, yeah, if it was a low-scoring game, it still wasn't happening, right?
I mean, I guess let's go.
What was the final score of that game? Yeah,
Which one?
The one you're talking about, where even though it was like that, it was not exciting.
Oh, the Mets game?
Yeah, is that what it was?
They played 5-3.
Yeah.
But again, I didn't get to watch most of that game because I was at football.
Okay.
I watched a couple innings and then we had to go.
Okay.
So there was that game. They won 5-3. They lost 2-1. That game was boring.
Yeah.
2-1 game was boring.
Yeah.
But it was 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't 4 hours worth of boring.
Yeah.
It was only 2. And then today they won 6-2. And again, I didn't get to watch, some chunks of the game.
Sure.
So they've scored some runs. It was still kind of like,
I would say, I mean,
hits are the thing.
But again, I would say that even if you get that style going the way we want it to go, you're going to get a couple games like that anyway. You will. There were games like that where in other sports too, where a team was playing the style I wanted. It was still not really so exciting. I mean, they won the game. That was good. But overall, the action, to his point about the action, not enough of it, that happened. Yeah. And that happened in other sports that were faster anyway. You get those lulls in the game. And the team you want to win is actually winning, but you just don't like the way it's going. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like you have an uneasy, you know what I mean? So I think it happens in all sports.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking over all the games from opening day to see was there a lot of scoring.
But I think you're going to find over the course of the season that there'll be more that are exciting like this than boring. That's all. I'm not saying there won't be more boring ones because I'm sure there will be. There's a lot of games. I mean, you think about 30 teams, 162 games apiece. There's got to be some stinkers in there. There just is. So
I'm just looking at all the games from opening day. And why do you keep trying to cut me off when I say this?
Sorry, go ahead. I'm
looking at the games from opening day.
Yes.
And there wasn't a lot that looked good in terms of the box score. Like there was a couple shutouts, 4-0, 4-0. It was a 7-2 game. That's a shit game. Another shutout, 5-0. 8-2. That's a shit game. 11-7. That was an interesting game. That was the Philly-Texas game on opening day. Pirates-Reds was 5-4. Blue Jays-Cardinals was 10-9. And then you had the Red Sox game. That was a good game.
All right, well.
So most of the games on opening day
tomorrow
weren't great.
They asked some guy named, they being the Red Sox.
Are you listening? Am I talking to myself? I'm sorry. I'm talking to the screen.
That's not yourself.
I was talking to you.
Millions of adorable
I was like going through all these things, and I say it, and then you're like, tomorrow. Like you didn't even hear me. I'm not talking to the screen. I'm talking to you.
Never underestimate the power of the Force. Ever. It can literally make you block out an entire conversation. And you don't realize you're doing it. All right, so what were you looking at? It was the Mets. Are you checking all of Major League Baseball now?
Yeah, I'm just looking at scores.
So what'd you find out?
I already told you, asshole.
I already told you, asshole. I'm not going to tell you again.
Exactly.
Even though you're going to rewind the tape and see it anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and I feel like the next days have been pretty much the same. A few games with tight run scenarios and high scoring, but most of it not that. The Orioles Red Sox have probably been the most exciting games.
Probably, given the way they've tossed and turned, and it's like both teams are trying to lose it.
But like, look at these games. So the Mets beat the Marlins 6-2.
Yep,
that's not an exciting game. D-backs Dodgers 10-1 Dodgers.
Unless it was 2-2 in the ninth and the guy had a grand slam.
That's not what happened.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's a scenario where it could have been exciting.
I mean, it was. I guess it wasn't as bad as it looks, but it's like. It was 2-1, then 2-2. I mean, they were ahead. Yeah. Dodgers won 10-1.
Ew, that's boring.
Well, then you have Giants 7, Yankees 5. That was probably a decent game.
Probably Donnie, yeah.
White Sox 4, Astros 6.
That could have been decent.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But then you got 4-1, 3-1. 3-1's not too bad.
16-3.
16-3 Rangers Phillies.
That's what we call a bum blasting.
What's going on with the Phils?
That's called
Zach Wheeler pitching
bum blasting. Y'all got bum blast.
Maybe they got Wheeler going.
You got blasted the bum.
Braves beat the Nats 7-1. That's a snoozer. Angels.
That's a snoozer.
Angels beat the A's 13-1.
Now the snoozer. If you're not
snoring all the way.
If the last one didn't put you to sleep, this one will.
Then you get a shot. Then you get a shot of electricity. 8-9. Red Sox O's.
The shot MLB needed.
Reds Pirates.
From two unlikely heroes.
Dude, Reds Pirates 6-2.
Wiping. Making my point.
Oh God, Rays Tigers 12-2. That's a shit fest.
That's a lot of pooping going on.
Then you got Twins Royals 2-0.
What inning? It's over. It's a final.
Yeah. What inning? I was like, huh?
I thought it was still going on because I saw
it's 1 a.m.
Oh, that's true. Tad late here on the East Coast, boys and girls.
Rockies Padres 8-4.
Yeah.
At times that might have looked good.
We don't know. We'll never know.
Yeah, we won't.
We'll never know. We can just speculate. So overall, it
Guardians 2, Mariners nothing. I mean, it's a close game, but not necessarily exciting with only 2 runs. So
the other team didn't even do anything.
Not
2-1 would have at least been better.
Right.
They never got anything. So.
But like
Skunked.
2-0 means
Pew.
1 walk, 1 error, 1 hit, and a bomb, and it's tied.
Yeah.
But when that doesn't happen, it's like. Might take a
Tell
few
me
Z's.
again why this is the greatest game in the world.
I still love it. I still love it.
He's talking in his sleep. Still my favorite.
I love it. Dude, no, I love everything about baseball.
I know you do. I get it.
Even its boringness at times. But that's the only part. It feels rushed. With the pitch clock, it definitely feels rushed.
Is the rushing producing a worse project in terms of quality project or product?
It's
is it
quite the project.
I mean product. I mean product.
So, okay.
Is the quality of the product going down because of this, or is it going up?
It's too soon to tell.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
one weekend, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know the effect of this yet.
Yeah.
And even if the product suffers, you might not be able to completely draw that line in terms of cause and effect. It could be having an impact, but it's going to be hard to prove, like, if hitters stop hitting, that making them rush up to the plate is hurting them. Yeah. It's going to be hard to prove that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if there's a sport that can find the stat that proves it, it's Major League Baseball. They've got a stat for how many times an inning a pitcher picks his nose. Yeah. They've got shit like that.
But the reason I say that to mean, like, down the line we could actually find out that this hurts pitchers.
It might.
Because maybe they're getting in there with this, less thought and, oh shit, I forgot this guy does like curveballs on 3-2.
Would you say that this is a lot of changes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially for baseball players?
Maybe it should have been gradual. Over a couple of years, doing it all at once. Again, we don't know yet.
Well, but I mean, I guess
at this point, you're right. It's too early to tell.
The major one though is the pitch clock.
Yeah.
The other ones aren't, like, changing the base size is not as much a mental adjustment as get your ass in the box.
Sure.
I wonder how it felt to players in the NBA when the shot clock was brought in, because it's a similar type of thing.
Well, but now you have 24 seconds. 24 seconds is still a long time. You have 15 seconds to throw the baseball.
That's 15. Not that long.
It's not.
And the crazy part,
9 more seconds, and you got just 5 guys moving. It's not like it can't.
So that's got to change mentally. That changes the game. There's not as much thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, think of all the things that a batter must, send through their head as they step out and they start going like this. Right?
That was Morse code for "get me another beer."
Well, do you think they're actually going through their thoughts, going?
Not Morse code.
All right, the last time.
Whatever.
No, seriously. Do you think somebody like Nomar or Big Poppy, when he's standing out there, do you think that whole time they're going, okay, back in September, this guy threw me a 3-2 breaking ball. I wonder if he's going to do that again, or is he going to try to sneak a fastball back? Like, do you think that time is for them to really?
Well, I do know this, that baseball players watch tape too of games. If they have a pitcher come up, they watch. They want to see what he did to them last time. They're looking at it, so they're going to remember it.
But like some guys
probably watching it on the plane. Some guys keep a journal.
Like Carlos Delgado used to come off the field every time.
Yeah, you know why? You know why you keep the journal? Like, that's why you have the tape.
You
want to study. You want to remember it so it doesn't happen again.
Right.
You want to correct it. So can I see that happening? Yes. No, given the research they do and they're honing their craft. That's part of the job. You gotta, this guy struck you out 3 times in September. Right. Now you're in like fucking December. Here he is again.
December.
Whenever you see him again.
Well, I mean, you're not playing in December.
Whenever it is, that's December. I mean,
God, the man doesn't know what baseball is.
Oh my God. Grapefruit League, whatever. The bottom line is, okay, if you see a guy in 1 month,
when you're playing football in the middle of June, you've done something wrong.
You see him 3 months later, and they got the better view last time. You're looking at that tape to make sure it doesn't happen again.
I'm not.
That's all.
Okay, we've gotten off on a tangent somehow.
We all.
When
don't we get off on a tangent?
Well, no, it's almost as if like you're arguing a different point. All I was saying was all that time in between that pitchers, that hitters spend fiddling with shit, rubbing their hands through their hair, all that time. Do you think they're actually using it to process what's about to happen?
Yes.
Okay. So then this is going to change things in terms of performance because now maybe it makes it better.
It might because
sometimes you overthink.
You can overthink it.
And you're like, oh, last time he threw me a curveball, but he knows that I know that he knows he threw me a curveball.
See, that's a mind.
So he's probably going to throw me a curveball.
You know that I know, you know that I know.
Right.
That you know that I know.
If your mind...
Don't act like you don't know because I know when you
If your mind starts doing that in a big moment, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
You are fucked. You need to just... Now, I don't know. Occasionally, I think people need that kind of strategy, but sometimes less thought is better. And I think for hitting, that could really help. For pitching now, remember how long you could take to get on the same page with your catcher?
Oh, as long as you want it.
As long as you fucking want it.
45 minutes.
I mean...
You go take a dump. You
could step off the mound. If you weren't comfortable, you could try to fuck with the hitters. Yeah. I'm going to step off the mound. I'm going to do this.
Call timeouts.
Yeah. Oh, how many times did you hear a packed stadium boo at a pitcher because he tried to pick a guy off first for no reason? Oh,
yeah.
Just the guy's 2 feet off the bag. And
Stalling.
Let me just throw over. Like,
guys, no threat to steal.
Right. And he's just like, like somebody's getting ready in the bullpen or he's just trying to fuck with the hitter. Now you can't do that.
Nope.
Because it impacts that at-bat.
It's like, hey, Tom, how many stolen bases does Smitty over here have on the year? 1, RJ. What game are we in? Number 162, RJ. Yeah, not a threat to steal.
No.
Not a fucking threat to steal. Okay?
Not at all.
So that was probably a wild pitch. You got credit with the steal when it happened. Okay, so anyway.
So I mean, you got the pitch clock. No, only 2 pickoffs per hitter.
Yeah.
Now, you can pick off a third time without a violation as long as you pick them off.
But what if you don't pick them off?
Then it's a balk, and they go to second. And I think you might give the batter a ball, but I'm not sure. It might just be a balk.
Okay.
But, I think that's kind of cool. It doesn't mean definite stolen bases because the guy can't just take off because if he takes off, then you'll actually pick him off. So you won't be scared to do the step off or the pick off.
Sure. Makes sense.
But then you got your shifts.
The shift, no more shifts.
No more shifts. You have to play on the side of the bag that your position is on. And you also cannot be in the outfield grass.
That one shocked me.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, that was the one that was the most shocking to me. I didn't think that really mattered that much, but I thought it was more about the shifting over to the other side of the field was bigger. But
see, here's the thing. When you got a bunch of pull lefties and you drop the second baseman in shallow right field, he cuts off
a lot
of hits. Now he can't do that. Now, I've seen one team actually, I don't know if they brought their left fielder or center fielder. They brought another outfielder down and made them play shallow right.
Yeah.
And then they just moved over their left fielder.
Yeah.
So they did a shift, but it was with outfielders. So if that guy could have just flicked the ball the other way, it was an easy double.
Easy double. So, in any event, look, this is the end of the first weekend is tomorrow. We'll see what that looks like. Red Sox.
Mets got their Japanese star going.
The Mets would be going for 3 out of 4 to start the season on the road. That'd be good. If the Red Sox win this series, given the way they've pitched it, I'll be fucking ecstatic.
It'll be 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 to start the season, and they still haven't pitched a lick. So we'll see tomorrow what that looks like. In the meantime, we're going to break for now, Jester, but we'll be back Monday night or Tuesday, probably Tuesday. We've previewed this game. We'll talk the results on Tuesday night. If that's better for Tom, we'll figure it out. But in any event, until that time, you enjoy your Sunday, boys and girls. Hey, it's spring break for the little ones. And we will see you guys Monday. Actually, it's going to have to be Monday because on Tuesday I'm leaving. Monday night because Tuesday I'm leaving for the week.
And I might not be able to do it Monday.
Then we might not see you.
We might not see you for a week.
Or this is depressing.
I mean, you could bring this and do a show at the beach on the boardwalk.
Do a show on the beach with me and Anthony. Well, not on the boardwalk, but like.
I was kidding.
No.
On the boardwalk. Side note, Boston, if they can scratch out 2 out of 3, then plays the Pirates. And,
interesting.
Win a couple series to start the year.
Yep, never know.
Gain a little confidence. Maybe Chris Sale finds something.
Besides the injury list or report.
If that happens, you're going to see.
Before we go,
you'll
shout
see
out
the Red Sox
to two people. One, the Boston Bruins winning 4-3 against the Penguins today. Boston 59 wins 12. Already have the President's Cup. That ain't the cup they want. But anyway, shout out to them. Pasta, 3 goals again. This dude's unbelievable, Pasternak. And then lastly, hey, Caitlyn Clark. Hey, respect. 40-point games back-to-back in the NCAA tournament. No one had ever done that before. And I'm not saying no woman. I'm saying no one. No one had ever done that before. Nobody. So Caitlyn Clark.
Nobody.
And she didn't, and it wasn't nobody she did it to. It was the defending national champs the second time. So that girl has earned my ultimate respect. Good luck to her tomorrow. Sunday afternoon Women's Championship. Iowa against LSU tomorrow, 3-3. We should watch that. It'll be fun. Good luck to her tomorrow. I'll be pulling for. And if we don't see you guys Monday night, you guys enjoy your week off. We'll return the following weekend where we will catch you up on all things NBA and Major League Baseball, plus any free agent moves. Jets, Packers.
Aaron Rodgers, just get it done.
I don't care. Either way, it's going to make me happy. Until that time, the redoubtable one himself, Tom Izzo, highly questionable Najee Miliaccio. And remember, just like Mr. Rogers in a playoff game at home.
Okay, so do you know why I'm playing this song?
Nope.
Well, you were talking about Caitlyn Clark.
Yes.
And that no one had ever done. Nobody had ever done it.
Not no woman, no one.
So I thought Keith Sweat, nobody. Hang on. Nobody who can score 40 twice. Who can do it in the tournament?
Oh, my Lord.
It's Caitlyn Clark.
Caitlyn, I am apologizing, Caitlyn Clark, for that little outburst.
Serenading that performance. Nobody.
She's probably still laughing with her friends. Anyway, good luck to you tomorrow, Caitlyn Clark. We'll pull it. I know she's our biggest fan.
Caitlyn Clark is obviously, she's watching live.
Right now.
Yeah.
We'll get the text any moment. Anyway, enjoy your Sunday. We will see you on the other side. See you on the battlefield, soldiers.
For me and you.